I'm John Kilduff. I'm going to help you guys paint today, all right? This is a one of many inaugural show how to paint. There's a lot of people, want to know how to paint. Always ask me, I like to paint, or I've taken classes on how to paint, and I'm just not inspired, So hopefully maybe you get inspired by the teachings of myself and maybe some other people on this show, Let's Paint. Okay, right now we're going to start off right off the bat with a collection of breakfast materials that I had this morning. The coffee and the donuts, okay? When you get a shot of that, good. Now, let's just go right quickly, since this is a half-hour show, people, you might have your canvas and paints at home, but just see if you can follow along here. I know you don't have the same still life here as I do, but maybe just watch for now and see what you can do with it. Okay, so I got my typical palette right here. You get a cut shot of that, Gus. It's a little messy, and that's just the way I operate. Everyone operates a little different. So I got my darks, got a black, I got a blue, I got a red, a green, an off red, like it's called a alizarin crimson, and an orange, which I have trouble using. And you'll find out that we're not all masters. We're all trying to figure things out ourselves. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Let's just quickly, and I don't use a pencil or anything. I don't take a lot of effort into this. I just draw out quickly what I'm thinking I'm going to paint, and I can always wipe it out. See? So right now, for sure, this is too dark. So I'm wiping this out. But it's helping me see what I want to paint, right? All right. Okay, usually I paint outdoors, as you can see the opening there. And we'll be going out to paint more often outside. But it's nice to try out inside, in case it's raining, or you just want to paint something in the still life factor here. Okay, here's the box of donuts. Now, I like signage and that kind of stuff, so I kind of decided to paint this because I kind of wanted to capture the little sign, the Vandy Camps. Now, this is a small painting. You just want to get the impression, the feeling, okay? Okay, here we go. Now, I'm just kind of, these lines, we can come back in, we can fix them, all right? Now, here's the donut. There you go, there's the donut, huh? Okay, and there's the little donut hole. And then here's the half-eaten donut right here. Okay, all right, so now we kind of have the idea what we want, right? Here's the Seattle's Best Coffee right here, and that I got at Ralph's for like 45 cents, which is a good thing to know about as opposed to going to Starbucks and paying $2. Okay, here we go. So now, here we go. We kind of got a lot outline. There it is. Kind of like what I'm seeing, Now, let's go on. Okay, that's the drawing part, right? Now, if you can, try to go with a big brush. Let's throw down some paint, all right? Okay, look at that. Bam! Bam, bam, bam. Huh? Got some nasty green in there. Now, that's what we got a rag for. And we're going to wipe that out. I didn't want that green. So you just take it out. Sometimes a mistake is good, people. When you paint, you don't know what's happening until you finish painting it half the time. And then if you don't like it, you can always wipe it off. There's no rhyme or reason to this, people. A lot of people, like I was telling you earlier, they take painting classes, and the different teachers have these agendas. Well, let me just tell you my agenda, since obviously I have one, and that is, don't be afraid to paint. It's not going to happen right away. You're not going to learn it right off the bat. Look at that, big brush, boom, 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 boom. You're not going to learn it off the bat, but the more you do it, you got to be inspired, people. You got to be inspired. You got to be now. It is tricky to be inspired by painting a box of donuts and a cup of coffee, but we'll see. I'm being more I'm as much inspired by being here, telling you how to, helping you paint, as the subject matter in itself. So, and that's something we can get into more so when we're outside painting outside with the birds and the bees and the mosquitoes and cars and truck. Oh, there's that green again. See, now that's why sometimes it's good to have a clean palette. That green is a nasty color. But you know what, I'll just leave that for now. You can always go back. Now I'm going to put that big brush away because that's sort of not necessary right now. Okay, let's block in maybe some of this other stuff here. Let me go with the darks. We'll go with this coffee cup here. It's the Seattle's Best, and like I said, I like signs and signage, so I'm partial to painting. And I like color, you know, because signs have a lot of color. And so that's what my eye is going to here, huh? Okay, so, you know, I'm just throwing the paint down. I'm not concerned primarily about, oh, I went all across, I went over the line. No, not worried about that, people. You don't need to worry about that. Like I said, this is my agenda. Don't worry about that yet, okay? You know, you can fine-tune a painting later, maybe. And even then, you don't want to. Yes, you might want to, you know, but in this type of painting, now look what I just did. I'm seeing some grays in that white. See that white? It's a box, but it's also got a tonality. And I'm seeing a kind of gray, so I'm mixing. And I just took a little, I didn't even clean my brush. I just took that red that I saw here, and then I just added a little blue, and I make, you know, you're working with a mess sometimes. And that's the beauty sometimes. Okay, so now I got a nice effect here, possibly, and we can always fix this. Now I'm going to go inside the box here. Again, no rhyme or reason. I just want to show you how things can happen. And namely, there's not a particular way to go about doing any of this. I'm going to go with a shadow now. Since I'm, again, economically speaking, I'm using, I have this gray color that I just put here and here and here. And I already noticed, observation-wise, that there's a shadow, because most things have shadows, and that has that same kind of color I'm seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. It has a little more of a blue. I'm seeing a bluish effect. Okay. Okay, guys. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Okay, now the donut has a shadow too. The only thing that doesn't have a shadow, I think, are ghosts, right? But everything else has shadows, so just keep that in mind when you're painting. There's always going to be some sort of shadow. There's the light. Now, we're in the studio. There's like 20 different lights here. And so it could possibly throw you off. So sometimes it's good to have the same light source. But again, just go with it. Don't let it stop you. Don't get bogged down, all right, people? Because, you know, honestly, though, I get bogged down, particularly towards the end of the painting, because I don't know if it's finished. That sometimes, some people have a hard time starting a painting, but I'm on the other side of the coin. I have trouble deciding when to stop. You know, and that's the fear. Oh, I overworked it. I overworked it. Okay. Now I see the shadow, this thing around here, the broken line. And I might go ahead and break that off. Now this is a chance here. I don't know what we're doing here right now. I might be venturing into a world of unknown here. But let's see. And I'm mixing it with darks. I put a black in there, and mixed it with a alizarin crimson. And here we go. So this is sort of the background in the studio, just this black void. Now, I want to get black, and look what I did. I got to wipe this off. I'm wiping this off because I had all that beautiful white, and look what I'm doing. It's endless, the possibilities here. And look, okay, now look at that. That cloth is pretty much ruined. It's good to have extra cloths, and some people like paper towels. I like cloths. I like that feeling of the cotton, the look, the feel of cotton. Okay, so let's get back into this, paint a little black in the background here. I like to be quick. It helps. That way, you know, if you can, a small painting like this, you want to keep it fresh, and by keeping it fresh, you have this excitement. You know, I don't want to come back and paint on this again. How are we doing with time? Let me know when we're like halfway through, like when I got about 15 minutes left. Anyone there? Okay. Okay. So let me get that dark in here, because we're in the studio. Now look, like I said, I had to wipe that beautiful color I had away, because I decided, well, you know, there's the background. I need the background. You know, what are we talking about? Okay, so now I threw that in there. Okay, now probably I won't go back. It has a fresh, free, you know, feeling. The energy here is, again, okay. Let's get back and get back to the donuts and the donut box, huh? Okay, clean your brush. Good to clean your brush. Notice I have a tin here that I use to clean the brush. That's very important with the rag, because when you're going to get mud otherwise if you're going to. And this is my juice. This thing is a juice where I mix a. These are oil paints, people. Oil paints, and I like using oil paints. They're very fun, but they're messy. As you can see, I got paint everywhere. Okay, this is my juice. We'll talk more about that. Here's my juice in the upcoming series here. Okay, there's my juice. I like to go back to the juice to help spread the paint. Okay, this is personal, and most people do this. Most painters do this. They have a juice kind of a medium thing. Okay, let's work on the box here, the top of the box. Okay, now that green's coming in. I don't like it. Again, that green is a messy color because it's like a phthalo green. Any kind of color. A lot of times will get in your way if it wasn't planned, you know. Meaning like that green. And a lot of times it is important to clean your palette and start new a lot of times. But at the same time, by doing so, you're not going to get any. You're not open to mistakes. You're not going to go with your mistakes. I like to propose to you people that maybe your mistakes are worth keeping, huh? They might be worth keeping. You might want to keep those mistakes. Okay, here's that box. All right, here's the box. We'll go back and we'll fix it. Let me just get the white down on that box. Okay. Now, I don't even know if I'm going to finish this here in the next, this half hour. Let's get the powdered donuts. All right, powdered donuts. Just block them in for now. That's what I'm trying to do. And again, kind of creamy powdered donuts. All right. Okay, that green's coming in. Hate that green right now. I'm loathing the green. But we'll work around it. We'll just pound some more white over there. Maybe that might work. It's Christmas time, so the green might look like one of those Christmas donuts, maybe, huh? Okay. Let's just pound some more here. Now, I like doing this. I like trying to battle. I like the battle of trying to make something that's not work. Now, I should wipe some of this off up here on the carton here, but I'm not. I'm just going to pound away. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Now, I just cleaned my brush because it was getting way too messy. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, see? It's kind of, it might work. It might work. Okay, oh, see that green? We could just subtitle this show, the fact that the green that got away. We're halfway through, it looks like, on this show, and I'm hopefully halfway through on this painting, huh? At the very least, I hope I can inspire you people out there to go out there and paint. And again, at the end of the show, you can contact me, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions about painting. Okay, let's continue on here, and let's get that little beverage holder for the heat, the little hot beverage holder thing here. Okay, there it goes. Now, ironically or conveniently, that's the word I'm looking for, this is sort of the same color as the crumb donut that we have here. They're called crumb donuts. I had to look at the label there. It's called a crumb donut. I kind of like them, the crumb donuts. I had one. Though the powdered donuts tend to be the winner. Now, a lot of times it's good to go dark first when you're depicting something. Hey, here's a little trick here. You go dark, and then you can come back in with your lights. With an oil painting, that tends to be a modus operandum. I'm going to come back in with the crumb donut inside the donut box. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Now, we're just popping it in. Now, that green's showing up. I'm telling you, we could, like I said, we could just call this show, well, I don't know. I might have to ask my producer about that, how to title, what we should call it. There's creative thinking out there, and I'm lacking it right now. I'm just needing to paint, and that's the secret. To paint and talk sometimes is a tricky factor, but that is the challenge. That's why this painting possibly could be good, because of the battle. Now, if I was just painting these donuts by myself, what kind of inspiration do I have? Sometimes the inspiration is just by being part of a community of elements. And that element here is being here with you today, talking to you, and trying to convey some form or fashion. Okay, let's go on with the shadow, back in with the shadow. Now, here we're getting into the little elements here. These are little nuggets. These are going to help just explain what the hell's going on, what the heck's going on, people. Now, that went a little too dark here. Okay, now there's the back of the inside of the box. Again, that's too dark, but I can come back. Okay, people. Okay, now that's kind of there. That shadow's kind of there. Okay, there's the donut. Again, there's like a part of a donut there. I'm just sort of blocking it in. I can fix it if there's too much problem. Look at that shadow. There's a little shadow on the side of the white powder donut. And then this has a little dark. Now, that's black. You know, we don't want black always. You know, not everything's black or white. You got to add a little color. There's colors inside your shadows. And don't ask me which colors they are. I don't know half the time. But the fact is, let's play around. Try different things, okay? Okay, here's the Seattle's Best logo hidden underneath the beverage holder, hot beverage holder thing. You can't really tell that's what it is, but that's what it is. And that's logos, symbols, huh? There it is. That's letting you know. Now here we go. Now here's the top of the lid. Okay, we're going to come back in. This can be tricky. I know. I'm doing something here. My hands all shaking and stuff. But after you've done it for a bit, you go with the shakes, huh? You work with the shakes, and I'm not talking about detoxing here. Okay, we'll come back in here. Experience helps people on this kind of thing. And I'm shaking. Some people use sticks to try to get the thing, to try to get it all straight. We don't care about straightness. We want to just go with the flow, try to get the thing done. We've only got a half hour here, people. We're already halfway through. Okay, I'm putting a little more shadow on that box. There's a shadow from the. See, there's multiple shadows. Maybe we'll fix that next time. Okay, but multiple shadows or not, this is what I'm seeing. And sometimes it's good to fake and lie about what you're seeing or what you're not seeing. And it really doesn't really matter. as long as you got a nice paint. See, I'm going to go with another rag. That rag went out. Okay, I'm going to start putting in the details, the little fine-tuned things. Let's get the inside of the crumb cake. Okay, get my yellow with a little bit of yellow ochre with a little bit of white, and let's see what we can do. Just pound that in there. Boom, 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 boom. Huh? We got something there. That's like the inside of the donut. Huh? Okay, look at that, huh? All right, and then inside here, the other crumb donuts, they have like little crumb cake kind of things going on up there. That doesn't look right, you know, that doesn't look right, but I can fix it. I'll come back and fix it. Get the crumbs on top of that. You know, sometimes less is more, but then again, more is more, and s'mores are good too, but don't worry about that kind of stuff. Yeah, see, I just put a few there. That might be just enough. Okay, let me fix that, because these look kind of silly, and that's just it. You can just kind of fix things, and also wipe things away if you don't like it, huh? Okay, let's see what else we can do here. We're running out of time, I know, and if we do, all I can say is thank you very much, but I won't do that yet because we're not out of time. Okay, that looks like a donut inside the donut box. Let me put that the little fun logo that this is the name of this is the whole thing that made me want to even paint these, is the donut box itself, and the okay, here we go again. Look at that. See that? That is just kind of, you know, you're barely touching. Now I mixed the blue with a lot of white to give me that baby blue. Now you can mix, you can have all the different colors. Now that color there is actually more of a color that what do they call it? There's different kinds of blues, you know. This one I'm using is ultramarine blue. But the real color that I'm seeing right now. Okay, we're down to 5 minutes, but we're going to get this baby out of here. Okay, here we go. We're finishing this little thing here for the Vandy Camps box. Okay, people? Okay. Okay. So there we go. Let's get the little logo, the logo. I like logos. Signage. I told you it's like a specialty of mine, though I haven't done too many of them, but that's a different story. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is a little fine-tuned kind of stuff. And you might, this is, you know, again, you might want that like holding stick where they got these little sticks to do that. But again, I'm just going to hang here and just kind of go with the flow. Just the feel, you just give people the feeling. Don't try to spell it out. This is such a teeny painting. You're not going to get it all in there. But your observation is going to help you out, nevertheless. Okay. See, it is teeny. So teeny that it's almost silly to even try to paint it. And again, that could be the failure of this painting. But that's just it. Who knows what we got going on here? We don't know. What we're trying to do is we're trying to paint. We want to paint. The excitement is about the painting. And that's the real factor here. And not so much trying to make a great work. You know, the minute you try to make a great work of art, you've already set yourself for failure. Because the great works of art, at least particularly this kind of painting where you're just kind of going with the flow, doesn't happen unless you're not really worrying about it and you just want to paint. Okay, now that by no means looks like the logo, but who cares? Okay, we're down to a few more minutes here before I have to say goodbye to you all. And I'm just throwing in some colors, a little blue here, a little underneath spot here. There's some weird shadow there. I don't know, you leave that donut a little bit more, such. What kind of, you know, we got the idea across, don't you think? Okay, let's see. Let's put this in here. To see how, okay, we're down to 3 minutes. Okay, we're going good. We're going good. Okay, let's get this little in here. Seattle's best coffee. Okay. All right, there it is. How about that? We did justice to that logo, did we not? Okay, and we'll put a little thing up there. Okay, and then we got some lights. Bring in the light. Bring in some whites here. Okay, see, you know, sometimes, you know, this is going overboard. This is a little too much, but you know what? You're not going to know. You don't know if you went overboard until afterwards. And through experience, maybe you can figure it out. God knows. I can't figure it out all the time. I know that. Okay. Okay, here we go. What we got? What can we do here? What's this? This is just some thing back here. Why don't I go in the black here? Because I see it's actually a black, the end here. It's like right here something. Okay. Now, does that look like a box of donuts and whatnot? I mean, maybe it doesn't. But didn't we have a good time today, people? Didn't we have a good time painting today? Well, that's the idea. Forget trying to make a great work of art. That comes after a lot of experience, and you know, heck, I don't think I mean, have I ever made a great work of art? You tell me. I don't know. You most likely, I'm sure a lot of you would say probably no. But so what? It doesn't come. But for you know, it just doesn't come easy. All right, let's go. Let's go here. We're down to 1 minute. All right, that's it. That's it. I'm just going to have to say goodbye to you. Thanks for coming into the Let's Paint show. I'm your host, John Kilduff, and we'll be out for more adventures shortly. Coming up, hopefully next week. You'll see me on next week. You want to ask any questions about painting? Contact me at the end of the show. I'll see you next week. I'm going to finish this painting.